It's finally Thanksgiving Day, and as everyone sits down for the big feast, a large Thanksgiving turkey is sure to be at the center of the table. But before you take a bite of meat, you have to ask yourself how much you actually know about the bird that you are about to munch on. On a recent trip to a mountain farm in western North Carolina, I had the rare opportunity to get up close and personal with these incredible avians, and show you their amazing creature features.
Alright everyone, we are here today with a turkey. Usually, turkeys are not this nice. This one is obviously not wild, it is domestic. But this is a little hen. You can tell she's a hen. There's two ways you can tell. One is that she's missing the gobble right here. Males will have that long, fleshy patch of skin. But there's actually three ways. Second is the beard. The beard is a patch of feathers that would be here. They kind of hang down. And the third is the tail feathers are a different color for males, but they are the same color for females, like this one. Now, turkeys eat a variety of different foods. They are omnivores. They eat things like corn all the time. That's one of their favorite sources of food, especially in the winter. You'll see them in cornfields a lot when the corn has been cut. But they will also eat insects, and people have even seen them eat lizards and things like that. So they are definitely omnivores. They have very sharp toenails, and males have big spurs, which they can use if they need to defend themselves. Males will use them to spar, and they can also stab things with their toenails. So I have been attacked by a turkey before at my work. It was a male turkey. He was not very happy, and the first thing he did was try to show me his spurs. So that's their main defense against predators. But turkey are actually a little bit short-changed. We eat them a lot at Thanksgiving, and you hear about them then. But Benjamin Franklin actually intended for them to be the national bird of America. So George Washington chose the bald eagle, and that's what we have. But Benjamin Franklin wanted the turkey. So that is a really cool fact that most people don't know. Now, a male turkey can get upwards of 35 pounds, which is huge for a bird. Turkeys are, in fact, the largest native bird in North America, I believe. And they can fly, absolutely. Lots of people think that turkeys cannot fly, but they can fly quite far. I don't think the turkey is a big fan of the dog, but this is a little hen. I've never had a chance to get this close with a turkey before, but this is a really cool creature encounter. She's really cute. It's really nice to just get up close with an animal, any animal, but especially something as awesome as a turkey. Thanks.
While the female turkey, also known as a hen, was adorable and very cool to interact with, everyone knows that this video would not be complete without showing off the Thanksgiving symbol, a large tom turkey. This massive male turkey, aptly named Tom, weighed over 50 pounds and stood more than 3 feet tall. He was very intimidating, and especially after being attacked by a male turkey in the past, my film crew and I were doing all we could to make sure that he didn't decide we were unwelcome guests.
I think it's Ben. Get between me and that thing. Get between me and the turkey, Ben.
It's like a
Ben, get between me and the turkey.
It's like a craft food. Hey, buddy. Buddy. Can I pet you? Pet you a little bit.
Eventually, after quite a bit of rejection, we finally managed to get Tom used to us, with the help of his owner.
Come here, Tom. Come on. Come on, Tom. He will not hurt you. He will not hurt you. He's never hurt anybody.
Really?
Yeah.
So, as you can see, now this posing, this posturing, is usually used during the breeding season. This is what the toms will do to attract females. Right now, he is not trying to attract females. He's trying to tell me, get away. So what he has done is he has just extended all his plumage out around him. So he looks a lot bigger than he is. Now, this is a very large turkey. In the wild, the turkey is not going to get this big. I would say this tom is probably 35 pounds, somewhere around there. A very big animal. But right now, he's saying, I don't know who you are, and I need you to leave.
Are you angry at me?
Apparently so. So this one actually has shorter spurs than what you would expect in the wild, and that could just be because he doesn't need them in captivity. He has no reason to fight over territory because he has all the food and space he needs. So that could be a possibility. Now he's letting her pet her. I feel like if I did, he'd probably try to peck me to death. What do you think, Tom? Can I
No,
touch
he
you?
lets people pet him all the time.
Oh, alright. There you go. That's so scary. He's so soft. He feels softer than the other ones did.
Yeah, and his head is really soft too.
Really? Let's see. Can I hit your head? Oh wow, it is. Oh, they're so. They're. I can't explain how soft they are.
Yeah, it's like just so. It's so wonderful.
Yeah, it's like a gossamer feeling.
yeah.
That's really cool. It does not look like they would feel like that at all. The texture. That's so cool.
You're okay.
Does he breathe like that all the time, or is that right now he's hissing at me?
Just now.
Okay.
But the thing about it is that, and then sometimes that long thing that comes out, he'll pull it right up to the top, and it'll be like a button.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how long have you been raising him?
Same as the females, about. It'll be 2 years in the spring.
Did you get him at as a chick?
Baby.
Really?
A baby.
So he grew a lot in 2 years. Wow.
And I knew that he was a male right away by his blue eyes.
Oh.
And at 2 weeks, he was doing that posture right there.
Really?
At 2 weeks old.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Uh-huh.
That's really cool.
The females don't have blue eyes, but he had blue eyes, and I knew it right away.
Interesting. He seems pretty. I mean, he's around like 3 other animals. He seems pretty calm though. I know lots of birds are aggressive, especially a male like this. They tend to be very aggressive and hormonal, but he doesn't seem very angry.
No, he
This
loves
is so
people.
cool. I love all the colors. There's probably 4 or 5 different shades of blues and reds and pinks on his head. It's so cool. And you can see, I was talking about the female. You can see these feathers are a very different shade than the rest of his camouflage. They have this different colored tip. It's almost golden, and then some of them will have the striping. And if you can get in the light the right way, you can see they're actually iridescent. They will glow. They will refract the light in kind of a rainbow. And oftentimes you can find turkey feathers. These feathers drop often. Sometimes the back ones, but not quite as often as those kind of middle feathers right here that are very soft. You find those in the woods a lot. They look very similar to hawk feathers. Lots of them have stripes, and you can identify the feathers because of that really iridescent shade. I don't know if you can see that, but a lot of them right here, in the right light, they refract the light, and it's a rainbow color. That's, once again, for mating purposes.
He's growing his feathers back, too. That's why you
Oh.
see the quills, because when they molt, they lose their feathers, and so these are growing back. And these are actually
Really?
quills, and they're falling off. You can see, and when they fall off, the feathers just open up.
Huh. Okay.
Well, everyone, I know that I learned a lot about turkeys this episode, and I hope that you did as well. We talked about the differences between male and female turkeys, their behavior and defense mechanisms, and their unexpectedly diverse omnivorous diet. The only thing we haven't covered is their incredible conservation story. You see, in the early 20th century, there were as few as 30,000 wild turkeys left in the US. That population is less than current numbers of endangered animals such as African elephants and polar bears. The reason their populations had dwindled so low was because hunting was poorly regulated and their habitats were being rendered unfit for colonization. But recovery efforts from hunters and wildlife organizations alike brought the popular birds back from near extinction, and now more than 7 million turkeys inhabit our country. So, now that you have learned all about these incredible birds, you are allowed to carve up that delicious turkey. Just remember the unique adaptations that allowed it to survive and grow until it was large enough to be eaten, and the even more amazing conservation success story which turned turkey from a rarity to a Thanksgiving staple once again.
That's my ball!
This is Ben Zeno of The Wild Report, signing out.